Okay, the first one we're going to do is attributes of functions. Okay, so first let's look at the degree. So when we do degree, I want to add all the x's. So I look how many x's I have. I have this one, x plus 4 to the first, x plus 8 to the first, and x minus 1 to the first. So my degree is 3. So from my degree being an odd number, I get my end behavior, which is down, up. So on my graph, I'm just going to do a little arrow down and up. That way I know what the ends of the graphs look like. Okay, then let's find the zeros. So the zeros come from each of the factors. If this one's x plus 4, one of my zeros is x equals negative 4. This one's x plus 8, my zero is x equals negative 8. And if this one's x minus 1, then I have x equals positive 1. So let's graph those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So negative 8, negative 4, and positive 1. Okay, now I have to determine at each of those zeros, does it cross or touch? When it has an odd exponent, that crosses. If it has an even exponent, like a squared, that's when it touches. So I'm just going to put a little c at each of these. And then the last thing we have to do is find the y-intercept. So plug 0 in for the x's. So I'll have the 1/12 out front. So I get 0 plus 4, 0 plus 8, 0 minus 1. And then just simplify that. So 1/12 times 4 times 8 times negative 1. So that's negative 32, over 12. Oh, that's ugly. Negative 8/3. So my y-intercept is 0, negative 8/3. So negative, in between negative 2 and negative 3. And then I just graph it. So I start here on the left. This is a down arrow. So I come up and I cross through this one, cross through this one, cross through my y-intercept, and then cross through that last coordinate point, and there's my up arrow. So I don't need that one anymore. And that's it. So always find your degree first. That tells you your end behavior, either down, up, or if it's even, it's up, up. And then find your 3 zeros, and then your y-intercept. And let's do one more like that. Okay, number 4, let's find the degree. So I add the exponents. 2 and 2 would be 4. So because it's even, that means my end behavior is going to be up, up. So I go up, and I go up. So then my zeros, if this is x minus 1, I get a positive 1. And if this is x plus 3, I get a negative 3. They're both even exponents, which means here it's going to touch, and here it's going to touch. So 1, 2, 3, negative 3, it touches, and positive 1, it touches. And then find the y-intercept. So 0 minus 1 squared and 0 plus 3 squared, which is positive 1 times times 9, which is 9. So 0, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you just sketch it. So start on the left. So I have my up arrow. I touch at negative 3, go through positive 9, touch at 1, and then I come back up to get my other up arrow. Okay, number 5, we're going to go backwards here. So you're given the zeros. So if I'm given negative 5, this becomes x plus 5. If I'm given positive 3, this becomes x minus 3. And then positive 4, this becomes x minus 4. Now this is factored form, so really I'm done here. If it says standard form, you would multiply out all 3 of these. So you start with 2 of them, which would be x squared minus plus 2x minus 15, and multiply that with the x minus 4. So x cubed plus 2x squared minus 15x So if they ask standard form, you just put everything together. 23x And it would look like that. So number 19, always look for a GCF first. So in this case, nothing can be factored out. And then you've got 3 options, 2 terms, 3 terms, or for 4 terms. So here I have 3 terms. There's no number in front, which means I'm looking to see 2 things that add to 16 and multiply to negative 80, which would be positive 20 and negative 4. So since there's no term here, all I have to do is say m plus 20 and m minus 4. So that one's not too horrible. That one's easy. Okay, 21. Let's look for a GCF. So we can take out a 3. Okay, so I'm going to take out a 3 from everything. Now, if the second letter confuses you, let's look at it as though it wasn't there. Okay, so I'm going to multiply now because here I had a 1 in front of m squared, but here I have a 4. So 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. So 2 things that multiply to give you negative 28 and add to give you 13, which is nothing. So that's our answer, actually. That one just has a GCF. So that's all on that one. Is there another? Let's do number 25. So we do one like that. Take out a GCF of 3. So 2b squared plus 5b minus 7. There's a number in front, so multiply that with this back one. Negative 14. So what adds to give me 5 would be positive 7 and negative 2. So when you have a number in front here, if you multiply it in, you have to divide it back out. So divide by 2b. So this reduces to negative 1 over 1b, so it becomes b minus 1, and this one becomes 2b plus 7. Let's do number 18. Look for a GCF first. I'm going to take out a 3. So p squared minus 4q squared. And then look what's left. I've got 2 terms. Our only 2-term things are difference of squares and difference of cubes. So I have squares here. So this just separates p minus 2q and p plus 2q. Remember, if you take out a GCF, put it back in.